Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We're gonna get to it. Salute to everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. We're gonna get right into it after this song, man. Salute to everybody.
Real talk. From a real G to a real walk. If a bitch don't feed you, she gon' pity you. So if she don't respect you, she gon' reject you. Proper instruction, right production. She gon' listen. She can't be corrected and she can't be directed. Now, how we know your game and what right clothes? If you chose with your mouth closed.
I'm 3D, two bitches in the backseat, rolling up a fat sheet. Smoke good on a bad week, cruising down on Georgia Ave. I hit my little cousin block. Gotta get some game to the thighs. I roll smooth in a hard top coupe, it's dark blue. Thuggin' with my bottom bitch, she really the truth. I bust a right, a left, all hands on deck. Hit the blade 10 fade, got the hose on check. I'm styling, on a punk trick, I'm sliding. Really cross country, had the hose on the island. Flashy, bitch, you ain't that classy. Pop a little pussy, shut your mouth, don't sass me. You pass me, catch me looking clean on the set. Real life piece, keep the mink on the vest. I'm big time, had to sprinkle finesse. Whole crew cap talking Mitchell and Ness, y'all ain't real. Old square ass niggas.
Slide through the point, had to hit B&J. Hammers on the 50, but I still let it swing. Maneuver. Gotta make a shake. Bitches tapping in, cause I'm living what I say. Mackin', 4-5 pack. Had to switch it up, cause my 9 kept jammed. Had a bitch named Cassie, I think she was a catfish. Bad in real life, so she far from a catfish. Cut a bitch off so fast, I ain't happy. Like my bitch is automatic, I don't do the manual. Bitch, I'm proud of you. I'ma buy you stocks and shit. This a long-term play, how this bigger than the trick. Profiling, bitch, I'm on my P's and Q's. Wrapped on this beat so the P's can groove. If this don't work, I got P's to move. Spend this last on the bitch, nigga, he's a fool. Big time Mac in my watch and Audi. You spent a cool penny, but your diamond's cloudy. My life's astounding, I'm constantly counting. You stalking a bitch, you constantly hounding. Hey, hey, hey.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody, man. What's going on, world? I'm your host, DS1 Ross. You were just tuned in to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now, man. Shout out to everybody that's in here right now. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in, man. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. That was my man, Larry June. You know, shout out to my man, Ism. He put me on to Larry June. Larry June is that guy, man. That's that guy right there. That's that guy right there. So shout out to my man, Ism, for putting me on to my man, Larry June. That's what I've been bumping lately. You know? So, like I said, shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. After you hit the like button, make sure you share the show. Let's get these shares out. Share it anywhere in your community tab, your Twitter, Facebook, anywhere that you share videos. It's very much appreciated. We're going to get into it tonight, y'all. After you do those two things, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Make sure you also support the show financially by going to CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV. That's CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV is where y'all can go to financially support the show. Make sure y'all financially support the show, man. Make sure y'all support the show. Much love to y'all. I appreciate it. Shout out to you, Sweetness. I appreciate that, Chickadee. She said, welcome back, love. I appreciate it. I'm back in the full swing of things, man. Just a little BS strike, but we back. And that's a fact. Shout out to Dusty in the building. Shout out to the Yay. That's a fact. Shout out to my brother Malika in the building. Shout out to brother Zeke in the building. Shout out to everybody that's listening from the clouds and everybody that's going to be tuned in, man. So make sure you support the show. Make sure you support your interests. Make sure you like the stream and make sure you share the stream. Very important. But if y'all want to know why I was playing Larry June, I wasn't just playing him because, you know, I like his music, but those two songs I played was in reference to what we're going to be talking about tonight. Y'all see the title. We're going to talk about Jazmine Sullivan and her new renowned self that she's going to be exposing on her new album that's coming out called Hotels. This is the name. This is the actual name of her new album. This is not me, you know, using satire or playing on words, family. This is actually the name of her new album, Hotels. Now, before we get into it, shout out to the masculine mercenaries. One love to all the madam mercenaries. Shout out to everybody who support me and who support this platform. It's very much appreciated. Now, I'm still is a huge Jazmine Sullivan fan. I like her music. Well, I've liked her music. I doubt if I listen to this album. I don't care for it. Jazmine Sullivan is the example of what happens when you begin to get the attention that you want. See, because a lot of chicks who are hoes, see, they are hoes because they get the attention and the reverence that they want from men. This is why they run around and do the shit that they do. Because if they wasn't getting any responses, they wouldn't be running around doing it. So, as we know, the old Jazmine Sullivan was fluffy. She was fluffy. And y'all know me. I love BBWs. I love them. I love them fluffy. I love all types of women. Just to be upfront with it. I love all types of women. All types. Except the boy body built broads. If your body is built like a little boy, that's not attractive to me. 120 pounds is not attractive to me at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just it. Anorexia, bulimia, you know, chicks that look like they're bulimic, not attractive to me at all. You don't have to be a size 3. I don't find that to even be attractive. But as we know, Jazmine Sullivan was on the BBW side of the game. That is the type of artist she was looked at. She was put in the same category as Kelly Price. She was put in that fat girl who could sing real good category. So the men wasn't checking for her. This is why she didn't sell as much records as she could have. Because as we know in the entertainment business, it's about your image. It's about your image. And that image of the big girl who's sad and crying for being cheated on and all of that, that's going to run its course really quickly. You know, Because that's when the women like Jazmine. The women spoke about Jazmine Sullivan and her music when she was, I bust the windows out your car. See, that's fluffy Jazmine. Lions and tigers and bears. That's fluffy Jazmine. You see? That's fluffy Jazmine. That's BBW Jazmine. That's size 16 Jazmine Sullivan. You see? That was before the surgery. Because I doubt if she lost all that weight on her own. Because it looked like she got some type of surgery. But it's very ironic how when these women lose weight, these women who were once fluffy women lose weight and become super promiscuous. They become super promiscuous. These chicks go get their body done. They become promiscuous. They begin to embrace what they said they will never be. See, for the most part, most of these fat women, these women, these fluffy women, they don't never want to be seen as hoes, because that's a double stigma, being fat and being a hoe. So most big women, they don't never want to be called a hoe. They don't never want to be seen as a hoe. This is why in the music with these fluffy women, they're talking about taking care of a man. They're not talking about running the streets and chasing the bag. This is old Jazmine Sullivan. She was in love. Dude did her wrong, so she bust the windows out his car. She's not afraid of lions, tigers, or bears, but she's afraid of loving a man. That's the Jazmine Sullivan I like. Salute to Great Britain, man. He say, paying homage, champion. Salute to you, champion. Appreciate you, bro. That's the Jazmine Sullivan I know. But now, where did this epiphany come from? Where it's okay to be a hoe. And I watched her interview on The Breakfast Club. Y'all can go and check it out. And she's trying to explain why she feels it's okay to be a hoe now, when this is something she once denounced. She's on The Breakfast Club and she set out her mouth verbatim that her current role model is Cardi B. Her current role model is Cardi B. She said that Cardi B made it cool for women to express themselves sexually and not be put down for it. She basically motivated a whole generation of women to be proud of hoeing. And I ain't talking about the hoe that's bringing back the bag. When we talk about this type of hoeing, this is just sexual promiscuity. See, when you hear this, this is why they changed the spelling of the word. Because when you spell it HOE, most people look at it and think about the hoe that's on the track, that's bringing back that scratch. That's why they spell it HEAUX, to try to make it sound a little fancy and a little cute, to try to make them sound a little ditzy, you know, and a little prudish. I'm a hoe, because that's how it's spelled. I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe. I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe. I'm a hoe. Give me my tea and biscuits. I'm a hoe. This is what these women are saying. This is what Jazmine Sullivan's new album is going to be about. And she said that she has found herself. Y'all go and watch this girl interview. She says she found herself. She's found herself. You know, she's no longer, listen to the fat girl talk. She's no longer ashamed about her sexuality. You know what that means? That means she's no longer afraid to get naked in front of a man and be judged because she lost weight. See? See, because a lot of these fluffy chicks, they've been wanted to be hoes. They've been wanted to hoe around with their skinny girlfriends, but they skinny homegirls was getting more than niggas. So they had to play the back seat and get boyfriends and just cheat on the low. You know, slide with a nigga here, slide with a nigga there. Cause you ain't got the pick of the litter. Because the niggas you want to hoe off with don't really want you. So you act like, oh, I love men. I love him. I was in love with him. No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You accepted that nigga because he accepted you. He accepted your fat ass when you was fat. So that's why you act like you was in love with him. That's why you act like he done you so dirty. But the whole time you want to be a hoe like your homegirls. See, a lot of these women want to be the Ari Fletchers. They want to be the Bernice Burgos. Even these fat women. You see? They want to be these IG broads. They want to be the Jada Waders of the world. See? This is why Jazmine names her new album Hotels. You could have been a hoe. You could have been a hoe. But like I said, that's a double stigma. You can't be a fat hoe. See, women know that. I could be a hoe if I was a 60, 70 pounds lighter. Dudes won't really judge me if I'm out here hoeing and I'm in shape. But if I'm a fat hoe, oh, I'm going to be shamed. So they hide and suppress. See, this is when I broke down, and y'all could go check the stream out, the covert hyenas. See, that's what Jazmine is. She's a covert. She always wanted to be a hoe. But what she did was She waited till the time was right. That's what all coverts do. They show their teeth when it's time. So now that Jazmine is, she done lost a little weight. She done went through her little shit with some niggas. She got some shit to talk about. See, because remember I told y'all, the fat, lonely, angry girl, that category of music has a short lifespan. Why you think Kelly Price could have lasted 10, 15 years longer? But she wouldn't lose weight. You see? She wouldn't lose weight. You see? And you have to have, as a female R&B artist, you have to have shit to sing about. So, okay, we know you fat, you mad you got cheated on. All right, what's next? What else you gonna talk about? Jazmine Sullivan was never a major artist. And it was because of her image. But now, she done went through some breakups. She done got her body fixed up. Now, in this album, she's gonna talk about how she's sexually free. And she's a free female. So she doesn't care who labels her a hoe. Because hoe, not hoe, hoe is now a term of endearment. See, all the feminists call each other hoes. What's up, hoe? This is how they talk. That's feminism. That's feministic lingo. Where now women can stand on being sexually promiscuous. And it's okay. I got a train ran on me last night. So what? Men still supposed to respect me. This is the type of shit that comes from female sexual liberation without a man. See, the only time a woman is supposed to be sexually liberated is with the nigga she dealing with. Because see, if you done everything the same way to every dude, how special are you? And how special is he? When you did the same thing to the last nigga, and the nigga before that, and the nigga before that, and the nigga before that, but you want a nigga to marry you. How you want a nigga to marry you? You don't find any value in that man because you treat him the same way you treated everybody else, especially in the bedroom. Especially. That's why I be trying to tell guys, stop thinking you special. Shout out to Heaux Zen. Appreciate you, family. Shout out to the underrated ones. Salute. You see? But now she's saying she feels sexually liberated. She feels free. She's on this album, she's going to express how she really feels. See, I said this on my Facebook, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say it on here. Brothers, stop falling for the new thirst trap. The new thirst trap is these women talking about they spiritually free. Don't fall for that shit. You know, they're going to start taking pictures, acting like they doing yoga with their yoga pants on. You know, they're going to start wearing, you know, dressing up like witches and, you know, trying to make themselves seem spiritual. These are nothing but hoes who are trying to find a new way to finesse niggas out of money. See, because once niggas get on to the game, see, the IG model got to switch her shit up now. Because niggas is tired of that. Niggas done spent all their money and cashed out. So now, how do they keep getting money? They come up with a new form of thirst trap. I'm looking for a king. The black man is king. Y'all don't notice y'all been seeing that a lot on social media? A lot of king talk. How the black man need to be worshipped as a king and all that goofy shit. And how you got these hoes talking about they Oshun and they pray to Yemen Yah and all this goofy shit. Putting on dresses, standing on a beach, acting like they the goddess of wind. I am the goddess of water. This is the new thirst trap. Don't fall for it, fellas. That's what Jazmine Sullivan doing. She thirst trapping. She thirst trapping. And I believe this album is gonna flop. It ain't gonna really sell. Because Jazmine Sullivan, her audience was developed off of her original music that came from her heart. But Jazmine Sullivan has been corrupted by the industry. She's been corrupted by the industry because she can't do nothing else. She can't go do nothing else. So now she have to pick up the whole mantle. Because if you ain't pushing no hoe shit, you ain't gonna make no money. They don't care if you could rap. They don't care if you could sing. How do that ass look? That's what they want to know. How does your stomach look? Are you ready to perpetuate what we want you to perpetuate, Jazmine? You're tired of being on the shelf, right? Come be a hoe. You know, come be a hoe. You're tired of nobody not knowing you. You're tired of, you know, not even going gold. Just barely making it out here. You got to start hoeing. You got to start hoeing. You got to go against who you are if you want to make money in this industry, just like here on YouTube. Most of you niggas don't donate to the truth. Most of you niggas spend your money on entertainment. That's why you spend your money on hoes. You spend most of your time and your money in these hoes chat rooms, giving these hoes money. You see? This is why Jazmine Sullivan could drop an album called Hotels, where she gonna be on there, you know, just talking about the shit she been through. And you know she gonna have some stories up there where she ran through a couple niggas and ran off on them and shitted on them. Because she already, in her interview, uplifted Cardi B. who admitted that she drugged and raped other guys while being a hoe. Cardi B admitted that on Vlad TV. So, Jazmine, why would that be your role model? Because Cardi, and it used to be Nicki, but Cardi is the gatekeeper for all these females right now. Why you think Megan had to do a song with Cardi? Cardi's that hoe. She's the top hoe in charge. Cardi. So you have to salute Cardi. Period. All these new chicks that's out, most of them are Cardi B fans. They don't even like Nicki. A lot of these little new young chicks, they fucking with Cardi. They ain't fucking with Nicki. Nicki's done. You turned all the girls into Barbies. Cardi's turning the girls into hoes. See? That's what they did for Nicki. You had your generation of girls who were Barbies. That's with the makeup and all that shit. The pink hair, you a Barbie. The Harajuku Barbie. Barbie. We don't want them to be Barbies no more. It's time for y'all to be hoes. We need y'all to be full-fledged hoes. And we need you to push being a hoe. Just like Nicki pushed being a Barbie. You see? A lot of y'all say, oh, Nicki was just like Kim. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Because Kim was totally different. Her message to women was totally different from Nicki. Nicki's message was be a Barbie, be animated. Cardi has made more women go back to the strip club. Cardi's done that. She has influenced this shit. Whether y'all think that or not, it's the truth. And now you have a chick who was once saw as a wholesome woman totally deviate to hoeing. And this is a problem. This is a problem. And this is some shit that women need to speak up about. See, because I'm not really surprised, because this is the industry. This is what the entertainment business creates. This is what they create. You see? See, if you ain't hoeing, you ain't growing. See? That's how it works. If you ain't hoeing, you ain't growing. Look at all the little young girls that's making their little money in the industry. Look what they doing. They hoeing. They hoeing. They all hoeing. So now Jazmine, she has to come out and she has to promote what's popular. She has to promote what's popular. because this is how you make money. It's how you eat. Like I said, if you ain't hoeing, you ain't growing. See? So all of that, she was in love with a man and all that shit over with. That is over with for Jazmine Sullivan. She has submitted to that voice that I told y'all about. You know, she submitted. She submitted to that low level energy, to that demon, to that mama demon who been riding her back since she was a little girl, telling her to go be a hoe. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Plenty of women told me how they hear shit whispering in their ear at night, how they hear voices in their head telling them to do shit. Yeah. And see, a lot of these chicks are plagued with that from when they're young. Because like I said, as you can tell, Jazmine grew up a fluffy girl. So she never felt that good about herself. And in the interview on the Breakfast Club, she tried to salute Lizzo. Like, yeah, because of Lizzo, but you not Lizzo size no more, Jazmine. Before you got that surgery, you was Lizzo size. You should have been shouting Lizzo out then. But you chose not to do that. Because for the most part, big women don't salute other big women unless they're around each other. But there's not an overall consensus amongst big women that we're the shit. And we don't have to fit in to be accepted. See, that is not an overall consistent. That is not an overall consensus for a lot of the BBW women. A lot of these BBW women are not confident. And you know why they're not confident? Because of society. See? So this is why they placate to the love thing. The big girls, they placate to being in love because they don't feel that they can fit into being a hoe and running around in the streets with the skinny girls. Because the niggas ain't gonna give them no play. This is why when the chicks came through for the homies, the fat girl's always the one saying, I got a boyfriend. She ain't got no boyfriend. She just scared to get down like her skinny homegirls because she might get laughed at. See? See, Jazmine Sullivan would have never named her album Hotels if she was still fat. How much y'all want to bet? Y'all really think she has that much confidence to call herself a fat hoe? No. No. Mm-mm. fat women don't like to call themselves fat. That's why they came up with BBW. Calling a woman fat is a shaming tactic, according to women. But we could call niggas fat all day. That's a fat nigga. You a fat boy. That's a fat man. He's a fat ass man. But to call a woman fat is a shaming tactic. That's why they call BBWs. So she wouldn't have named her album this shit if she ain't get that surgery. Now she probably getting more likes on her pictures. You know, when these fat bras lose weight, they become photogenic. They want to take a goddamn picture everywhere they go and everything that they do. Hey, I'm brushing my teeth. Look, I lost weight. That's why they take all these pictures, to show niggas, hey, look at the new me. I lost weight. Look at me. You want me, huh? You want this now, huh? That's what that shit is about. Because they was never confident in the beginning. If you gotta lose weight to raise your confidence, nigga, you sad. You're sad. That's sad. Oh, you didn't feel like you fit in before. Because society told you you didn't fit in. See? And here's the kicker. Most of them don't even lose weight for health reasons. They lose weight for sexual purposes. You want to be seen more as a sexual object. That's why you went and got that surgery. And the more niggas that like and DM you and send you dick pics, you think you are attractive now. See? That's what this shit is about. But nobody wants to call this type of shit out. You know why? Because it's entertaining. It's entertainment. Like the Crimson Cure was talking about earlier. See, Jazmine Sullivan's priority was to be a sexual object for a man. That's all she wanted to be. That's her priority. Because if it wasn't, why is her new album called Heaux? Why couldn't be called The Awakening or The New Me or, something in that realm? Why you come back as a hoe? How you come back as a hoe, Jazmine? So you ran from the jungle to be a hoe. Lions, tigers, bears, all that. Now you a hoe. You lose weight. You get your body done up. You a hoe. Are y'all paying attention? Now it's okay for me to be a hoe because I'm in shape. I'm in shape. Now I'm not going to feel ashamed about laying up with 3-4 niggas a day. Because I'm not a, they could call me a hoe, but they can't call me a fat hoe. Like you got dudes that say, you could call me whatever, just don't call me broke. Like all that other shit niggas could call you is something that should be accepted. But the only thing that you won't accept being called is broke. See, Jazmine don't mind being called the hoe, just not a fat hoe. Just can't be a fat one. And she's teaching young girls who listen to her and who have saw her transformation. Listen, chubby girl who used to listen to the chubby me. When you lose weight, girl, this is how you should act. When your body get to where you want it to be, your attitude is supposed to change. You're not supposed to be the welcoming, nice, sweet girl no more. You could be a nasty mouth, foul mouth, bad attitude having hoe. Because you look like an IG model. See, this is an example of trying to build before healing. Because Jazmine Sullivan is going to crash. She's going to fall on her fucking face. She's going to fall on her face. Flat on her face. Do you know why? Because she's going to use the term hoe to excuse all her other faults that lie within her that has not been corrected when she went on her journey of losing weight and becoming a new person. This is how you know this is not a transformation. This was surgery. She's not a new person. Well, she is, but she hasn't elevated. She's declined. She's devalued herself. You see? And she devalued herself because that's how she always felt. She never felt valuable. She never felt worthy. This is why she gravitated to Cardi, because Cardi make women who are hoes feel good about it. So out of all the things in Jazmine Sullivan's life, based on her music, the most confident shit you gonna hear in her music now is her embracing being a hoe. This is sad. This is embarrassing. And this is something that should not be accepted. Jazmine, dudes need to ignore her because she's thirsty. Jazmine Sullivan is a thirsty hoe. She thirsty. She's a thirst bucket. She think by deeming herself a hoe, that's gonna bring a bunch of niggas her way. And a woman that wanna be surrounded around a bunch of niggas, and I ain't talking about on the internet, I'm talking about in real life. You just want a bunch of random ass niggas around you and random niggas attention. You are a gynocrat. You are a hyena. See? That's what you are. See, guys, over here, we break down the psychology of the hyena. Fuck how she look. Because her looks is based on how she thinks. See? And being that now they've made the term hoe something of elegance, that's why these hoes run around with $200 frontals in their head, thinking they something special. Because they frontal is $200. But at the end of the night, you gonna be picking semen out of it and washing that shit in a hotel sink. See, they don't talk about that part. I wonder if Jazmine is gonna talk about that part of the hotels where you're washing your wigs out because dude done blasted all off in your face and your head and all that. Are you gonna talk about those tales? Hmm? You gonna talk about that? Hmm? Since it's cool and exhilarating to be a hoe. Tell these little girls the dark side of being a hoe. Are you gonna have those tales on your album, Jazmine? Are you gonna tell these little girls that the result of the life of hoeing, you're gonna be alone till you die? Are you telling them that? Unless you get you a sucker nigga like Offset, who just happy to have a light-skinned girl. Because that's all it is with Offset. He just happy to have a light-skinned little freak. That's all that is. We just gonna keep it simple. Cardi ain't all that. He just happy to have a little light-skinned little freak. Because if you go on YouTube and look at these Migo niggas before they had money, these niggas look retarded. I'm talking about literally, hey, don't go, God, goodbye, type of niggas. Quavo, Offset, and that other nigga. That's how they looked. They make noises. That's how they looked. Just like Jazmine Sullivan looked like the type of woman that'll make sure everything is comfortable in the house. She gonna come around, she gonna get out the shower smelling good. Her body all soft in a robe, her big soft fluffy ass. She ain't like that no more. Now she's a little wretched hoe. Now she's a little raggedy little hoe. Because that's what she wanted to be. Because if you ain't hoeing, you ain't grown. See? Just ask Suki Hana that. She know the game. You ain't hoeing, you ain't grown. So what is Jazmine left to talk about if she wanted to come back and be in the industry? See? Now she, like I said, she gonna be singing about her breakups. Cause you know she gonna have some breakups. You know she had some of those. She ain't got no nigga now. So she's gonna be singing about how she gave her heart away, and you know, this nigga just did her dirty, and you know, now she's okay, and you know, she gonna go out with her girls, and she just gonna fuck who she want because she's free, and she's the stress is gone. You know that goofy shit. Stella got her groove back. Bullshit. That's Jazmine Sullivan. That's what this new album gonna be about. Her whole epiphany. If that's a word. I just made it a word. Her whole epiphany. Oh, I don't need a man. Oh, I don't have to marry no nigga. All these niggas were hoes. She had a whole epiphany. Oh, if I get my body done, I could get a bag. A whole epiphany. And this album's still gonna flop. That's the sad part. This shit gonna flop. Because your true core fan base, Jazmine, don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear you talk about being in love with a man. That's what these women who listen and bought your shit when you was fluffy, that's what they gravitated to. They gravitated to the positivity that came from you, Jazmine. You gave up. You submitted to the devil. Cause we know the demon rides your back, baby girl. We know that. It's a lot of social pressures against women, societal pressures for women to stay on the straight and narrow. See, the straight and narrow path for women is just as unattractive than it is for us men. Because they gotta deal with their homegirls telling them, why you going in the house? It just got lit out here. See? Women been dealing with that shit for years. Come on, girl. I lie to that nigga for you. Fuck that nigga. We going to have fun. All right, girl. All right. I just don't want to get in trouble. You know, because I love my man. Hey, fuck that nigga. It's 1,000 niggas in here for you tonight, ho. And the same broad that's telling you to be a hoe for the night gonna be a hoe and sleep by herself. She gonna pull a nigga from the club. He gonna take her to the room, smash her, leave, and she gonna wake up the next morning by herself. But she don't want to sleep by herself no more. So she convinced you to be a hoe with her. And when your nigga put you out and you in the hotel room sleep with her. See, this is what happens. This is what happens. This is the pressure that a lot of women deal with. Because they don't want to be accountable for their actions. See, when you got a man, You got somebody to answer to. And if you feel like you ain't got to answer to your man, then you ain't got a man. See? And women who go out knowing they got a nigga at home and still be in niggas' faces, still want to go out and be part of and run around doing hotivity, you're a hoe. See, hoeing doesn't include you always having sex with a nigga. See, that's HOE. That's HOE. And hoes get paid to sleep with niggas. See, you are HEAUX. You are a hoe. You are a hoe. And hoes don't always have to lay up with niggas. Because hoes like to be around hoe ass dudes. That's why when her and her hoes go out, it's a group of goofies. See? And this is how it happens. This is the problem. See, all a hoe want to do is eat, sleep, piss, shit, have sex, drink, shit like that. That's all hoes do. Look at their lifestyle. Go to one of these hoes' Instagram page. What you gonna see? Waist trainers, steak plates, crabs and lobsters, and it's all these hoes do. Hookahs, tequila, blunts. That's the lifestyle of a hoe. So what? Why are we buying this new album, Jazmine Sullivan? For what? What are the women gonna get out of this? Hmm? And what dude of any type of substance is gonna get out this shit? I know what we gonna get. We gonna get the truth about your raggedy ass. That's what we gonna get. Number one, we gonna get the truth about you. Because now you showing who you really are. That's what you're doing. You're showing the world just who you really are. Not who you portrayed us to be, portrayed to us that you were. You're not that person. You are exactly who you were showing yourself to be now. Now you done lost some weight and got some surgery. You know, now we get the real Jazmine. And this is what happens to a lot of females. This is why I spoke on, like I said, the covert hyena who pretends and likes to hide. You know. But that's all I really have to say about this, man. Make sure y'all go and check out the Breakfast Club interview with Jazmine Sullivan so y'all can hear her in real time. Because I listened to about 15 minutes of it. I had to turn the shit off because the shit was disgusting. I think I listened to about 10 minutes of it. Shit was disgusting. And it's sad, man, because Jazmine Sullivan is just another victim of circumstance. She can't do shit else, so she gotta do this music shit. She got to. What else is she gonna do? So salute to everybody in the building, man. You enjoyed the show? Donate to the show. It's going across the screen. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where y'all could go. Shout out to my man, Mr. Greasy, in the building. Torrance V, salute. Shout out to Gold Professor. Peace to the God. You might have to unclick the bell and click it again, Mr. Greasy. You know that happens. And plus, you know I'm always shadow banned. I just came off a strike anyway. So I might be shadow banned, Mr. Greasy. Because I'm fresh off a strike. Mark Green, salute, Mark Green. What's up, Sun Kiss? Peace to you, sweetheart. Crystal Reed, what's going on, baby girl? Salute. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I'm going to read some of y'all comments, too. While I'm doing this, make sure y'all hit the Cash App up, man. Donate to the show. Donate to the stream, man. Shout out to my man Dice in the building. Shout out to Dice TV, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my brother Dice. He said it's just like everything in life. People are attention whores. I think it's more than that with a lot of these females. It's not just them wanting attention. It's about the type of attention they want and why they want that attention. But you're right. Most people are attention whores. That's a fact, Malika. She's full of shit. She lost a lot, and now she wants to make up for lost time to hoe around like it's going out of style. Exactly. Exactly. Just like a lot of these older women. They get older and start saying, man, I should have been a hoe when I was younger. Why you want to be a hoe when you married? You idiot. Why would you want to be a hoe? Hoes die alone. Hoes die alone. What's wrong with y'all? So she was a crazy big girl. Now she a crazy skinny girl. Exactly. Exactly, bro. She never really addressed her issues. She blamed all her issues on being fat. No. Your issues came long before that. Your psychological issues ain't got nothing to do with your weight. That's just a plus. Yup, facts. I'm not doing evil. We just having fun, lighten up. Facts. That's that's exactly what it is now, Great Britain. That's exactly what it is. Oh, why you're judging me? We're just having fun. Oh yeah, you ain't hear that song Ebo by Jazmine Sullivan? I bust the windows out your car. That's what she was famous for. That song and Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Yup, playing sideways and get boyfriends. Exactly. That's what they do. That's what the fat chicks do. They try to act like they all in love with a nigga because they can't run around and be hoes with their skinny friends. That's what they do. They've been doing that since they was young. They've been doing that. Or the fat friend who is a hoe, she hides it from people. She come through on a late night so nobody don't see her. And that shame comes from her weight. It don't come from what she's actually doing. It comes from her being fat. That's why now she's embracing being a hoe, because she ain't fat no more. That type of stuff is validating people's demons they have in their closet, making it seem like the things you were ashamed of was the right thing to do. Exactly. That's exactly what it does. That's why I said she succumbed to that demon, man. Because she did. She did. She gave into it. Shout out to Bucket in the building. Double C, salute to you. Yeah, Tony Braxton said the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, Tony Braxton is a covert hyena. She's a goddamn hyena too. She's just a covert. That's why she could never keep a nigga. You got to look at women who can't keep niggas. You can't keep niggas. Why none of these dudes in these women professions don't want them? It's not because, oh, they're black women. No, shut your goofy ass up. It's not because they black women. It's because these women, something is wrong with them. Something wrong with them. Shout out to Brother Zeke. Appreciate you. He said late night creep. Facts. Facts. Come on, man. She don't want everybody to know that she making your joint disappear. She don't want everybody to know that. And she doing it to 6 other niggas in your hood. She don't want nobody to know that. Because she already ashamed for being fat. Come on, man. I know the game. I'm a fat nigga. So can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I know how weight make women feel. The reason why most big women got confidence now is because most niggas want BBWs. These were the same women who were hiding. These were the same women who stayed in the house, who wore big ass pants, who wore muumuus to bed. Now, niggas is checking for them. It's a little different. It's a little different. Feel me? It's a little different. You got BBW strippers. You got BBW modeling agencies. See, Jazmine, you didn't have to be a hoe. You could have stayed your size, got healthy, and went into modeling and been a BBW model. Look you know who made that shit popular in the modeling world? Takara. Do y'all remember Takara? From America Next Top Model? She was a BBW going up against skinny broads. Y'all remember Takara? Her fine ass. Takara is bad. Takara is bad. She was competing against skinny broads on America's Next Top Model. Why you think there's BBW modeling now? Because of women like Takara. Not because of Lizzo. Goofy ass. It's because of actual models who were a certain size. Let's talk about it. It's no excuse. You didn't have no excuse, Jazmine. It's no excuse. Come on, man. These big women, why don't these big women make clothing lines for big women? Because all big women ain't going to get surgery or lose weight. So why don't you go and why she didn't become an ambassador for big women? Niggas liked you better, Jazmine. I know I liked you. You looked better when you was heftier. Same thing with what's home Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson, she looked like shit now to me. When she was fluffy, I liked her. I liked her when she was fluffy. Kelly Price too. When Kelly Price was fluffy, good money. Good money. The streets could keep them now. Because you're running around here looking like the rest of these broads. And we know with that look comes a certain attitude. Comes a certain level, it comes a certain level of entitlement. See? And in the end, Jazmine, you're going to end up alone, baby girl. You're going to end up alone. Because that's the end for a hoe. A hoe. Not a H-O-E. But a hoe. You're going to end up broke and alone. Or you're going to have money, but you're going to be alone. Because the game that you playing, Jazmine, creates crash dummies. And that's what you're going to be. You're going to be a crash dummy. And then you're going to come out and try to get you a little sucker simp. And you really going to destroy yourself. See? See, if you're losing weight for the bag, that's not going to solve your issue. Because your issues still remain. This is why you see Gabby Sinebe with who she's with. She's with Dumpster Diving Drew, the white boy, because she feels, oh, this dirty ass white boy like me, so I'm important. He's not looking at my weight. See? Even though Gabby lost weight. Soon as she lose weight, where did she go? To a little Caucasoid. That shows you where these people mentality is. And this is why I say we got to heal before we build, family. So shout out to everybody that's been tuning in tonight. Salute to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody who donated. I appreciate the love and the support. We are back in full effect right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Y'all stay tuned. More content will be dropping. I will be back tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned. If y'all haven't yet and y'all enjoyed the show, CashApp $ Sheep Stay Sleep TV is where y'all can go. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate all the support. Everybody who hit the like button. Everybody who shared the show. I appreciate it. This is DS1 Ross of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, y'all, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.